Gfan 84, and it's time to see who is the king of the megas. Take a knee, bend that leg, and witness the greatness of the King Titan himself, Godzilla. Without further ado, let's get right into it. And here we have it. The king of the Titans, Godzilla. The second part of the mega variety. Now hopefully, who knows, they're still trickling out this line. If it's the 6-inch to the giants to the megas. So who knows if we're going to get more characters in this variety. So, as usual, let's take a look at the box. Same as the Kong. Got Kong Godzilla. Mega Heat Ray Godzilla. There's the scan if you want to scan it. It's got the same gimmick as the Jada Toys RC. There's the back. Arch Nemesis. Kicking my butt once again. It's got the roar action. And Godzilla X Kong New Empire. I guess that's upside down there. There we go. Guess no. That was right. There we go. Trusty D-Walt. Love it. It looks like they did do an X on this too. Sounded nice. He's still going. Sounded nice. So it looks like we'll get to that afterwards. What do we got in here? We're just gonna cut right into it. Yeah, they crossed, this is super anti-steel proof. Like, they are really locking these down. Oh, we got another little piece. Oh, there's the tail. Yeah, let me show you. You can see inside there. They got them double locked with the zip locks, like crossed. Super hard, super tight in there. Like they are not playing with it at all. There's one. If you can get them off without you're one of those people that like to keep the box, not get it damaged, and you can do that, props to you. You are the King G, but I cannot. So Godzilla, and looks like you have to open it up because they got the water suction stuff locked all the way inside. It was locked all the way inside behind there. So you pretty much have to destroy this box. And as usual, the inside of it, you still got those crystals. Tiamat. Let's take a look at the tail. Super rubbery. And it looks like they kept a good paint job all the way through. Bandai, take notes. You can learn a thing or two. Let's say just off the tip of it, I don't know what the hell happened from this section to that section. Like, you see how big that is to that? Take an extra look at that, closer look. And you got the ball joint. Same, I believe, as the 6 and the Giant. Godzilla looking up. Let's pop that bad boy on. There you go. No click. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Yeah, the consistency of the back is far and few. As you can see from the dorsos to where it hits the spike, it is a big difference. Starts getting wider, wider, wider. Starts going smaller, 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 and then a big jump to small. We'll take a look at that. Closer look. And we have the instructions and a plug and one of the water suckers. So let's take a look at this real quick, and then we'll get to that. Godzilla, pretty epic. I love that they kept the same colors. I want to say the other ones were not even close to the same colors. And the voice box is on the other side. So it looks like every other dorso lights up. Which is cool. It saves money from doing it all and burnouts. And it gives it enough little action to it. I like it. The voice sounds so much better than what I believe Kong was. His little hiss roar. Love it. Here is the instruction manual. Do you want to see that? Pause it. Take a look at it. It looks like for you to do this, you have to take off the back of the head. Oh, it pops right off. Okay. So the back of the head pops right off. And there's a stopper in there, you can see. Maybe right there. Which is, this is going to be the replacement for it, I imagine. Yep. Oh, they're just cartridges, it looks like. Rubber cartridges for it. Yeah, you just fill it up, put water in there. Put water right in there. And that's a extra little filter cartridge. I wonder why. I wonder what happens when that gets damaged and this one gets damaged. Where do you get extras? I gotta look into this. We'll take a look at it during closer look. But yeah, here we go. Mega Godzilla. Here we are with a closer look. Before we get to that, let's get a size on him. Let's see the King of the Titans, how big he is. Now from the bottom of the foot to the top of this dorsal plate is 13.5 inches. Now, this is going to be a little bit harder because we're going to go from the tip of the tail, which bends. So I'm going to try to hit it as best that I can. To, it's going to be on an angle, so it's not going to be a true size. I'm going to say 18 inches. So there you have it. That's the size. If you're going to display it in a cabinet or on a shelf, that's what you have. Now let's get a closer look on them. Before we get to articulation, let's just do a close-up look to it. Now, the mouth itself, it looks very similar to the giant size. Not a whole lot of difference. The mouth's got a little bit of a give to it. Here's the arm. Actually, let's do the articulation with it. The arm goes all the way around and show you in front. From there to there. Other side. All the way around. And the same from there to there. So there we are. Thought that might have been a little paint problem. It's just some cardboard. As you can see, the paint job is a lot better than what they presented us on the Giants line. Let's hit the leg since we're here. The leg goes back to right there. It doesn't go any farther. And it goes up to the right there. Now the cankles, this is probably, let's point this out before we hit articulation, is probably the worst looking part of it. Just how it was formed and everything. It looks very horrible, especially when you're having it stand on a table. It's not that great. But that spins all the way around. I'm not quite sure why they would make Godzilla's cankle spin around. It doesn't really make that much sense to me. There you go, all the way forward, all the way back. Once again, spins all the way around. And there's another look. Let's bring it up there. As you can see in the picture, very, very bad. Not that great. Now, let's continue along with the paint. The tail is all rubbery. You got the pinks and I want to say almost like a navy bluish. But here's the part where it sort of bothers me. You know, you got this, you got the big dorsal. Let's see if we can, the big width of this, right? It's coming down, coming down, coming down. You got a small one. Gets super small right here. And then it goes back to going big. It thins out to small, small, small. And then you got a small little spot right there. And then the tip of the tail is like a line. Like the paint consistency with the thickness. They just said screw it and don't want to do it. Like it doesn't make any sense to me at all. I don't ever remember it being that thick and then just going to a small little paper line. Playmates could have done a whole lot better. You had a little bit of paint bladder, but other than that, not that bad. Underneath the belly, you got the rough tan laying where he looks like he's been laying on his belly quite a bit. Got a nice little look to it. I do like that. You got the voice changer, the gimmick changer, battery box. The tail, you got the roughness to it, the segments. Not too shabby. And, oh. There's a roar. Let's get to the articulation in the tail. The tail's on a ball joint, so it spins all the way around any way you really wish to have it. Now, let's do the voice gimmick first, I think. I'll show you guys the light up. We'll do it once without the light on. As you can see, when it does the light, you get every other light that does it. it saves on the price, so that way they don't got to put LEDs in all of it. And also, for whatever reason, it was a smart idea because it does make the rest look like it does faintly light up. We'll give you a front face. Maybe. Let me get him lined up here. He's a little difficult to stand. Just turn him a little bit. There we go. And that seems to be about it. Now, let's give you one more look. We'll just do it one last time on the side. Now, there is one last thing. Top of the head comes off. And that's where you do like the Jada toys, remote control. You fill in the water and you can plug it right back in. Now they got, see the feet are a little iffy. They do have, let me get the little thing out. Now we're gonna do the little smoker gimmick that they have in the Jada toys too. Now it did come with the little sponge reserve. I think this is just like a spare one that they give you. And the squeeze little water drop it thing. Now, I'm not quite sure why they would put a sponge in there or why you would need a reserve one. Now, if they're giving you an extra one, what happens when those two go? Where would you get the extra ones from? So, we're not supposed to overfill. The water itself goes right in that little hole there. So let's fill her up. Yeah, should be enough, I think. Hopefully. Let's put the top back on. Now, let's see the smoke come right out. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, you can see it come out. Stays on pretty long. We'll hit it in the dark. All right, and here we are in the dark. Let's try to hit that, the smoke effect, the atomic breath, I guess. Here, 1, 2, 3. Not too shabby. It is actually really cool. And you can see the dorsals, for them hitting every other one, it does give it that effect of where they're all lit up. Not too shabby. Let's go to the final thoughts. Here we are with a size comparison. We have the 12-inch Shimo and the 6-inch Scar King, which pairs pretty good. Not the best, but pretty good. Up against the Mega Godzilla. Not the Mecha Godzilla, the Mega Godzilla. Let's get to our next size comparison. Here we are with our next size comparison. We got the 12-inch Godzilla next to the Mega Godzilla. As you can see, it's a substantial size difference and a paint difference. We have an orange Godzilla next to a pink Godzilla. Here we are with our final and last size comparison. We have the Mega Kong next to the Mega Godzilla. And as you can see, I think they pair up very well because Kong was always smaller than the apex titan himself, Godzilla. So let's go to the final thoughts. Mega size Godzilla. The gimmick on this, I am honestly going to say, I think I actually might like this better than the Jada RC toys. Just to a degree. I like that the Jada can move around and walk and talk. But this one, I think the light up section might be a little bit better. I've had them both in at night, and I think this one is substantially better with that little gimmick. Now, the thing that does ruin this for me, this is I would say, pick this up if it's on sale. It's the only way I could justify $35. I think this was to pick it up, 35, 36, somewhere around that range. The cankle layout on this for him to stand up looks horrendous. It's just bad. Why they had to have articulation at the ankles is beyond me. Playmates, you didn't need that. That ruined it. And once again, the paint on the dorsal spines going all the way to the tail is horrendous. It is very, very bad. Now, if those weren't the issues, I could have probably said, yeah, hey, for $35, this thing's worth it. But I can't justify it. And them having a sponge. Now, I imagine it's to filter out the bad water. I'm guessing. I have no idea. But like I said, they give you two. And if this is a reason that they give you two because stuff happens to it, then eventually these two are going to run out and you're just not going to have one. So I'm kind of confused of how this is going to work. So there you have it. You can get this on sale. I recommend picking this up for sure. But you got to pay full price. This is definitely a pass for sure. Pick up the Kong instead of this one. There you're actually not losing money. You're actually going to get something that you feel is worth it. So there you have it. Gfan 84. You guys have a beautiful rest of the day.